I talked about going to Vegas and getting all excited about the first time I'm playing Vegas. Everybody showed up, right? All my friends showed up. As a matter of fact, I brought a caravan with me. Thank God I did. I told everybody I'm doing it, right? And so I'm sitting there, and the night of that, I'm so excited. I'm all popped up, you know, I'm getting in there. And all of a sudden I realize it's just going to be us. And I realized it within 2 minutes of me being in this place. I'm like, wow. And then I'm thinking, well, I might as well have a good time with this. And I turn around and in comes my mom and my brother. And I'm like, of all shows you show up to this one where nothing's happening. And this is, let's have some fun, right? So
here we are now.
That's kind of where I got that from. Here we are now. You know, yes. Where do we go from here?
I listen, bro. I listen to you. I don't just sit here looking pretty, bro. I listen to you.
So funny, man. So the biggest thing too, you talked about, hey, if there's one person and it's your Aunt Donnie, it's your mom, it's Grammy P, all that, right? Hell, my mom don't even watch my shows at all, period, ever, at all. So at least you got your mom to watch them. If I turned that thing on, if I didn't tell you about it, nobody would show up. I'm just going to tell you right there. I'm just going to say that's just the way it would be. But with that being said, you put that on for a reason. You know why you're there. You know why you wanted to put that on. You have a talent you want to show. You have a message you want to spread. You've got something you want to display on real live prime time for everybody to see, and you've prepared for that. So regardless if one person shows up or 10,000 people, they all deserve 100% of your show. They deserve 100% of your attention in what you're doing. Why would you ever not get up and give your all? Here's the thing that you think about. I would tell you, you might show up to a show and be the only person there playing. And there might be only one person in the crowd. And it might not be somebody you know at all. Okay. So you're like, whatever. Hey, I get this nice sound system. I got this whole room to myself. I love doing this anyway, right? Which you should love doing that. And then you get all the way into your craft and you have the most amazing time, set, performance, whatever you want to call it. And then all of a sudden, the one person out there and just, you're like, thanks, appreciate that. Appreciate you coming out. Off you go. You don't think nothing else of it. And that person there was a scout, or that person there was a part of a book, maybe a book publishing company. Maybe it was a part of a special place that says, hey, I'm looking for a new motivational speaker. I want somebody who's unknown. And they showed up to a place like that. And they were the ones doing it. Would you waste that opportunity right then? Would you want to look back and say, there's only one person here, so I'm going to play for like 30 minutes. I don't know why I'm even playing. There's nobody listening to me. Well, if you're doing it for everybody else to be listening to you, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons. You should believe in what you're saying and what you're doing and what you're building to the point where it doesn't matter. If you say it loud enough and you're more consistent about it, somebody's going to stop and listen. That's just the bottom line. And that's what this show is. We've been doing this for 585 different days. And some days, me and Cap turn that little phone on, turn the record button on. One or two people showed up and couldn't look at each other in the past, but now I might look over and go. But we're going to continue on. So, hey, we're excited about this. Just like when, like I said, I'm okay with failing in front of 1, 2, or 3 people because generally if they show up, they care about your performance. When you show up in front of 10,000 people and you fail there, that's where the problem comes in because half those people want to see you fail anyway. So they are absolutely going to clap, laugh, point their finger, and make you feel even worse about it. I promise you that.
That's a hell of a thought. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of it wrong. I don't know. Maybe I would want to fail. Maybe I'm just sick. Maybe I'm a sicko. Maybe I'm a psycho. I don't know. Maybe I would want to fail in front of more people so they could point at me, laugh at me, tell me I'm crazy. That way I could prove more people wrong. I could fall flat on my face in front of more people so I could prove more people wrong. I'm not stopping no cap. You might call me fucking insane. You might call me nonsensical, but I'd rather fail in front of more people. I get more and more hyped up. The more people come in the show, I get more and more hyped up. I don't, oh shit, fuck, now there's 100. Oh shit, now there's 200. Oh shit, now there's 300. I better go way down here so nobody can fucking see me. I don't want to have to anybody know anything. Hi everyone, how's it going? No, we're up here, we're bouncing. I'm making so much doggone energy. The fucking people below me can't even stand the energy. They're so damn negative. There's so much positivity coming out of here. They can't even handle it themselves, right? So why would I not want to show up for that? Why would I not want to bring that energy? And the only way you don't win is if you're not in the race, man. That's all I could keep thinking about. If you just put yourself in the positions, right? We just put ourselves out there every single day. You never know what door's going to open. You never know who's going to see this show. You never know who's going to see a clip. You never know who's going to say, wait a minute. I've been looking for those two guys, and right there the hell they are. Holy shit. But I'll tell you where that wouldn't have happened. Is if we just stayed in a silo, continuing to do the same things over and over again, expecting different results. If we kept doing everything we thought was right and realizing, yeah, this is probably wrong, and decided not to change it at all. You know, I say it all the time. Sometimes pounding the stone, it's never going to break open because you're using the wrong tool. Maybe you got to look, I'm using a rubber mallet to bust open the old rock right now, and I need a official big old Thor's hammer to get through this damn thing. I got to figure it out, right? And that's the type of mindset I bring to this, man. As long as I'm on the machine, as long as I'm on the show, as long as I'm making the call, as long as I'm on the timeline, as long as I'm in the race, I can't lose. I may not win this lap. I may not win the next lap. Fuck, I might not win the next 249 laps. But you ain't seen me on the 250th. You ain't seen what my foot can do on 250th. You ain't seen how I can throttle out a turn 3 on that 250th lap. You don't know me. You may have known the dog that went around in circles 249 times, but you don't know about this 250th.
Surprise, motherfucker.
And that's what I keep coming for, baby. For that surprise motherfucker moment. Hey, I'm still here. I didn't fall out of the race. That's what I'm in it for.
Bro, I'm going to tell you, I failed in front of 1,000 people before, more than once. And it's not so much you get, how do I say, the adrenaline definitely goes off the charts. You start sweating immediately. There's nothing you can do about it. It just is just like profusely. You know, I don't know if you've ever watched Airplane and there's that scene where he's just dripping all over this. That is exactly, that's it. I'm telling you, that's how it feels. It's like somebody turns the water on. But it's not so much what happens with the people that are pointing their fingers. It's the day after when you're there by yourself and you're reliving it. Man, that hurts. And I know because I've been there. And then you relive that for hell until you forgive yourself for it. It took me a couple of years, actually. But with that being said, I was able to get in front of a crowd that big, actually larger than that later on in time, and completely go insane and have so much fun. And none of those things ever happened. But because you know why? At that time, I had already forgiven myself. And by that time, I had already said, you know what? The good thing is that part is past you. Here we are now. Where do you go from here? Right. And I think that's what people don't understand. The past doesn't define you. That the mistake you made yesterday has no bearing on what you're going to do today. Has none. So what? Bad things happened yesterday. Okay, great. Guess what? Here we are today. What are you going to do with today? You're going to worry about yesterday? That's already done and gone. Hey, if it's finite and there's nothing you can do about yesterday, and let's say, I don't know, you lost your job or what have you. Okay, then where are you at today? You going to go find another one? Are you going to go and sit there and wonder, oh my gosh, are you going to take the day off at this point? Or are you going to get back to work? Because here we are now. Like Capp said, if you're sitting on the sidelines, you're literally watching everybody else succeed. And even if they're failing, they're doing more than you are. At least they're out there trying, right? Yeah, I'm just saying. So you have to get in the game. You can't catch the pass unless you are in the game. You cannot be part of the play if you're not there in the starting gate. It's just the bottom line. So doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter how good you are. Just like we talked about Tom Brady yesterday. If you only get 2 reps, take those 2 reps and do the most you can with them. You have to. You can't waste them. That's your opportunity right there. And like I said, if that one person's in that crowd, that one person might mean the whole difference. As a matter of fact, that whole person is 100% of your crowd. Why wouldn't you give them 100% of your effort?
Ooh. The bombs are flying this morning, my friends. How often do we relive our mistakes? Golly, I
Oh,
tell you. Woo! And that's one of the worst things you can do, man, is when you go to those times where you think, "Okay, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna figure out this thing called life, I'm gonna do a little healing." And then you start thinking about all those things, and instead of healing and say, "Okay, why did this happen? How have I become better?" You just go back into beating yourself up over and over and over again. I had this conversation with DZ the other day about some fucking story he's told me a million and one times since the first time we met. And I said, "When are you gonna stop telling me that fucking story?" uh, and he started humming in his words. And I said, exactly, motherfucker. You still think you're that kid in your head in those short little tiny moments of the day where you get back in your head where you're that 12-year-old, 100-pound soaking wet kid. You're a fucking dog. You ain't that fucking guy. Get out of that mindset when you were making those mistakes, when you were doing those stupid things. You're this version now. Yeah, you were that version in the past, but that version's dead. He's so far gone. He's decades in the past. He don't even exist anymore. Why are you still thinking about him? That'll only bring you back to that level. Why do you think people stay in the same monotonous rut and cycle? Because the moment they get right there to level up, they remember the thing in the past that stopped them from leveling up. And they say, well, if I couldn't do it in the past, well, I guess I won't be able to do it in the future. Instead of remembering what Swirl said and saying, the greatness that you seek is already inside of you. It's already available to you. You've already been great before. Maybe not great and grandiose on the scale that you thought. Maybe you're not in the bright lights and you ain't been on CBS News, but maybe you're still doing the right things. Maybe you still found greatness in small ways. And because it's not the what social media is showing or the favorite person you follow, you think you don't stack up. Well, guess what? Your life isn't their life. Just like that kid on the hammer decline, my life is not your life. Those reps are not my reps. I don't care about them, bro. All I care about is you getting better. And if you're getting under that weight and getting better, then what the hell difference does it matter to me? I got no bearing on anything you can do. All it is between you and you.